Truth versus delusions. Jake, were you ever inclusive? First of all, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Likewise, brothers out there putting out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you, brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. Today's lesson's title, If You Trust in Esau's Delusions. Let's start off with our first scripture here. This is the book of Proverbs 1, stand verse 26, and it reads, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they will not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai. Jake, you're lost, disoriented, perplexed, and confused. When you look at the word perplexed, it means completely baffled, very puzzled. Because you're walking around, dazed and confused by the delusions that Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, has set before your eyes. You're in darkness, You don't want to hear the truth. You prefer the glamour delusion that Esau has set for you. As I opened up, I asked, were you ever inclusive? And if you were, why did you have to march in the 60s? In the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s? Why are you still fighting for civil rights, equal rights? Why was there a Black Lives Matter movement in 2020? So, again, you're disoriented, you're confused, You're delusional, you are perplexed, and mostly you are lost because you choose delusion over this truth. And the Lord bringing that judgment on Great Babylon, America, starting with the house of Israel, a so-called Black American is a Latino, in a time period that is known as Jacob's trouble. You're about to see that this delusional folly that you've been involved with here in Great Babylon, America, is going to also be part of that demise. Let's go into the book of Isaiah 30, starting verse 1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, that take counsel, but not of me, not of the prophets that are on the highway and the byway, that are on the unicorn, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. You're covering with Esau's bullshit, his promises, his illusions, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down in Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion, which we know this place is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Esau is weak. Are you attracted to weakness? I gotta ask you that question, Jake. Are you attracted to weakness? Because if you weren't, you would not trust in the shadow of Egypt. You would not trust in the so-called white man that does not have you in inclusions. That is basically have you in folly, walking around with picket signs, parading around these cities, begging to be equal to a man that knows that he is anything but equal to us. Let's go into the book of 1 John 2, verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Now, I'll pause there for a second. They had a movie, which a lot of brothers did a lot of videos on. And there's a lot of commentation or commentary online about this movie called Leave the World Behind. And really what this movie is really about is an expression of a suicidal, hopeless, degenerated man who knows his kingdom is about to fall. See, Esau is in great fear. This is who you're following. You're following a man that's weak. He's fearful. So fearful that he has to put it on the screen in his media, expressing his depression. And that's all this is all about. Now, we have heard of people who are suicidal. What do they go? They go into therapy. They have to express themselves. I don't feel good. The world is against me. Everything is going bad. And that's Esau. That's why all his movies are all about the end of the world. But it really isn't. It's really the end of his rulership. Rulership of the weak. Aren't you tired of being ruled by a weak man? We certainly are. Let's continue. It said, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the God abideth forever. So this is what we're looking to do. The will of Abanawa, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Not Esau. He's weak, scared. You see, we have the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Esau, he has a fear of losing his kingdom. Or should I say his queendom. And you, Jakes, are fighting against the man of the Lord so that you could help prop up Esau's queendom. Let's go into the book of Luke 21. And so verse 25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nation with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Men's heart failing them for fear and looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven should be shaken. Esau is falling down. There it is right there. There you are, Jake. Esau will fall, and so will you. You're depending on weakness. You're depending in the shadow of Egypt. Okay? Man, you Jakes are you're gonna get a heart attack, okay? Because once you realize that the delusion is bullshit, woo, okay? And that's why the Lord described this as a great fear that's going to be coming upon this earth. It's already here, but it's going to get even much more fearful, okay? As Esau's queendom is smashed. Because remember, this caveman bragged in the past about what he was going to do, and you know what? He did it. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai allow him to do it. This is the book of Malachi 1 and 4, and it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build a desolate place. Thus said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, had indignation for forever. Okay? This is a cracker's boast, but all he will get is toast. That's right. Okay, so you need to turn to what is the truth. And the truth is, Esau is falling, and then he will be put out of existence. Okay, that's Esau's delusion that he's putting on you, is that his queendom is going to go on forever, which he knows it's not. That's why he's sighing and crying. He's suicidal, which is why someone that has nothing to lose, like a dead man walking, you know, on death row, because Esau's on death row. Guess what? He's looking to take down everybody with him, starting with us, those who are not written in the book of life. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8, and because this is where it's going to be. You see, Esau's queendom is going to be toast, and at the same time, everything on this earth is going to become ours when the Mashiach return in great glory to put down this weak, feeble, suicidal, wicked man known on this earth as the so-called white man, who goes under many disguises. Americans, French, Spanish. It doesn't matter. Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And who are those people that it's going to be translated from? The Edomites, a so-called white man, and it's going to be translated to us. And that's why we put our trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and not in Pharaoh, this weak, pizzly, sissy, sodomite, wicked ruler of great Babylon, America, and of this earth right now. So Lord willing, hopefully that was edified. I'd like to close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to teachers, sellers, and apostles, great millstone. Likewise, brothers, so they're putting on this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep unto you, brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom.